You. What do you want? You do know how to insult people, don't you?
I don't need you.
Carry on, do the intro on your own. Be a complete failure.
You'll have to excuse my pal, total pest. I mean, big time pest. He just gets in the way everything I'm doing. He plays with my head. Out of the blue, I find a local company not 20-30 miles from where I'm at the moment, and they sell photographic gear and all, and much of it with a 14-day immediate refund if you don't like what they've sent you for any reason. I think that's pretty neat, because you could undo it and think, don't like this. And on top of that, a return to a UK base in the guarantee period, which, depending on what you're buying, covers from 1 to 3 years. Now, it's handy to be able to send it 20 mile up the road instead of a few thousand miles to China where it vanishes out of sight. And it applies to everything that they're sort of advertising. And they also have 100% feedback on eBay, which is always a good sign. I spotted a Feiyu-Tech A1000 Gimbal, along with the remote control and dual handles kit, plus 6 batteries. That's 4 for the gimbal, 2 for the handles. So you've got 12 hours just in the gimbals. So, and that was 370 quid, including a 2-year warranty, return to UK base. Now, I wanted the A1000 as it covered all the cameras that I'd be using on it. I don't use heavy cameras now due to health issues. Can't do it. Like this. Never mind the gimbal shuddering, I'm shuddering. So the weight restrictions are from a minimum of 150 gram to a maximum of 1,000 gram. Now knock a bit off that at either end and call it 200 gram and 800 gram. Well, with my quick release plate, all my lighter cameras, action ones and phone, will fit within these weights easily, because they're all about 200 gram once you get on top of the quick release plate. I emailed the company to get the information on the warranty, and it is indeed returned to Birmingham, UK. Not Alabama. It's a UK back guarantee, or it's an EU one, long term. But then they take over that. Now, Katarzyna, and her name means pure, is the young lady from the firm, assured me in an email that this was indeed correct. She also offered me some free advice when I told her what cameras and about the QR plate that I'd be using on the said gimbal. Now, Katarzyna was both honest and helpful. I know her name means pure, but she doesn't have to be honest and helpful. And this doesn't happen often on eBay. In fact, they don't even speak to you in emails. It's quite unusual. And I sort of felt confident. Not in the gimbal. The gimbal can go wrong anytime. It's an electronic thing. And I was flabbergasted. It seems I'm dealing with honest people. Not like before. And my ghast was indeed completely flabbergasted. Yes, honestly, I kid you not. I'll give you the link. It'll be below or above in the write-up. And you should, if you live in the UK, I live in the Channel Islands, but it's still the UK, and in the market for some new gear, go look at what they have. The prices are very keen. I mean, really keen. But it's the guarantee. Along with that price, you've got these guarantee periods. Some of the stuff's 3 years, some of it's 1 year. Go look. Now, let's clarify this. I get no free gear to test from anyone. And I can't blame them for doing that. Not the way I am. I tell the truth. It's a bad thing to do if people are giving you free equipment. I buy all my own. So I'm no one's puppet and no one's muppet. It's my video, and I write up what I feel, see, hear and work with. The Feiyu-Tech A1000 Gimbal, along with a remote control and dual handle kit, will be exactly written up as I found it to be, and whilst I was testing it. Can't record I can't record anything about it if I'm not testing it, can I? A bit of common sense has to go in there. Now, as the famous American Top Cat would say, let's get down to business. Officer Dibble. Now, what follows is a speeded up version of me unpacking and getting into the gimbals and other goodies. We've all opened boxes, it doesn't take any expertise. Some open them nicely, some just rip them apart. I would never advise that. Not if you're going to send it back. They get really irate and they knock your percentages off. And then I'll go back into normal time to show you how I've fitted out my very own, get this name, Kuli Heoda RC2 system. You think it's an illness, and that's the one I haven't got. It's the quick release plate and adapter. And I do this mainly so I can mount and remove any camera swiftly and not have much rebalancing to do. I mean, you can rebalance in 2 minutes anyway, but with my memory, I can't rely on it, so it's just best if I don't have too much to do. Then first of all, it's balanced up with my Panasonic Lumix TZ80. That's the biggest, heaviest camera I own now. Not going back to the Canon 6 and 5Ds and all the rest of it. Then one of my action cameras. Now I've got 4 of them, which is why I said one. They range in price from 12 quid to 70 quid. That's pounds to anybody that's not English. And then my Feiyu P8 Lite phone. And that's it. So upwards and onwards. Enjoy! Yay! Well, here we are at the unboxing. It's all speeded up. I mean, anybody can open a box, even me and you. I'll get the paperwork out and show you bits of it. It shows it's from Mike's photo. I believe it's a Polish shop, Polish business, but it's UK based, near Birmingham, in the Midlands, UK. That's who you deal with. We live in a multicultural marketplace. Those instructions I've just lifted out were all in Polish. They'd obviously just been slipped under the cover, which had got a tear in it, but it was only the packaging, not a biggie. Instructions in Chinese, of course. Of course I can speak Chinese, especially when I've got the English copy there to help me. Yeah, that's in Polish. So, handy for anyone that speaks the language. I'm afraid my languages end at Gaelic English and Glaswegian Scottish. Oh, and I can do Latin as well. I learned it at school, just. Anyway, these are the batteries, the 2 spare ones I bought. And you can see the bits and pieces that come with it, the USB cables and so on. And there's the other 2 batteries, 2 for the gimbal and 2 for the handles. And that's the little tripod that comes with it. I've got a much bigger version of my own, so I shan't be using that. This shows you all the different fittings and what goes where. But this is only part 1. Part 2 will actually be all about the gimbal, rather than the intro and the unpacking. I'm always convinced anybody can unpack one. This is interesting. It's got 9 holes that take tripod size fitting, 1/4-inch screws. And in part 2 you'll see I've got my speakers, my recorder in one, I've got my GoPro camera in another, and you could have 9 cameras if you want on the go. Be a heavy gimbal set, but there you go. And that's it. Now go find part 2 of this video, which will be just after this one probably, that'll show you the walkthrough and the talk through of me using the actual A1000 FeiyuTech Gimbal. Best one I've had out of the 3. Says a lot. It's brilliant. Hope you enjoyed this and go to watch the next one.